Yeah, so we'll just need ourselves and something to lay on this morning. And we'll shuffle back and start on our backs. I'm going to keep my slippers on for just a moment longer to let them warm up. And we can just relax onto the back for a moment. Feel free to let your arms be however they need to be. I would suggest to close the eyes as long as that's not going to make you fall asleep. If you want to, feel free. I mean, not fall asleep, but you can also fall asleep, but close the eyes. And we'll take a gentle rock of the knees from side to side here. Keep it quite easy. So if you need big movements, go for big movements. If you want to go smaller movements, go for smaller. Just a moment just to, I've said just a lot of times, but a moment to start to find some movement in the lower back, in the waist, and across the front of the hips. We're then going to let this settle back into centre, so your feet are just gently rooted into the ground. We'll take some rocks of the pelvis. We're going to take a gentle tuck of the pelvis, so you feel your lower back imprint into the floor, and then you're going to release it so you find some space in the lower back. So you're going to press the back into the floor and release. Now for each of us, there'll be a different possibility within our kind of natural curves of the spine. So don't be too precious, you're just going for something that feels like you're pushing your spine, your lower back particularly, towards the ground and away. But try not to make it too much effort. So you're kind of working within like 50%. It's more like you're moving with as much freedom as we can. Now on the next one, I would like you to find somewhere in between, somewhere where you feel like you're not pressing into the ground, but you're not arching the back either. So you're just somewhere in the middle. We're going to keep the pelvis as still as possible. So I always like to use touch. So I'm going to take my fingertip to my hip bone and my thumb to my rib cage. You can join me if that's helpful. We're going to then just float one leg into the tabletop without letting any of that move, and then lower it back down. So you shouldn't feel too crazy here. You can do the other leg. You're just going to float it up and down. And see how it feels to take an exhale. So as you float up, you're going to take an exhale. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Let's do one more either side. Exhale, lift. As mentioned, this doesn't need to feel really wild. We're just warming up some movement possibilities. Now we're going to pick up a little bit, so we're going to have a go at both legs off together, both legs down. So you're going to exhale. Again, you're trying not to let the hip bone or the rib cage shift. And then we're going to slowly lower the legs back down. And again, we're going to go up and lower. You actually want to go as slow as possible. So I could do this quickly, but if I do it quickly, what tends to happen is my hip flexors and my thighs will take over a lot more. So the volume will speed up there. Instead, you want to really be focusing on the core and the stability of the core. So there's also different options with the legs. I always go for a very relaxed leg, but you could also go for a very active leg. They will just offer different ways of engaging. So you can play around each time you do this to just find what works best for your body. I'm just going to do this 2 more times, floating up, using the exhale, and down. On the next one, I'd like you to float up and stay up. So both legs are floated up and they're going to stay up. We are going to go for an active leg here, so you're going to flex the foot, pressing the heel away. You can take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're just going to push the leg away, and it doesn't need to be very far, just one leg pressing away, and then we're going to draw it back in. You're then going to have a go with the other leg. You're just going to push the heel away and back in, and we can keep it really contained. So again, there is the option that it is possible to fully extend the legs, but what I'm looking for is to find the minimum amount of movement, but the maximum amount of engagement. So instead we're looking at how, from a sensory perspective, we can engage the body without just moving for the sake of it. We're going to add some arms, so keep that going for me, and just take your arms up towards the ceiling. As you press the leg out, you're going to take the opposite arm out to the side today, and then you're going to collect it back in. And then we do the same with the other side. So leg goes away, arm goes out to the side, lovely, and back in. One more either side for me. Your thighs may also get a bit achy in this position because they're just hanging there. So they can start to get a little bit achy. One more time, pressing away. On the next one, you're going to keep both arms up, and we're just going to push both legs away. So both legs are going to press away again, doesn't need to be very far, and back in. Both legs pressed away, back in. And you've guessed it, we're going to take both arms out. So you take both arms out, and it's like you're hugging a ball as you come back in. 3 more for me. Press the legs, arms out. Woo! Press it back in. 2 more. Legs press away, arms out. And back in. 1 more time. Legs press away, arms out. Keep it there for me. Take an inhale. Exhale. See if you could just rock your head off the floor so you lift your chest up. Imagine you're squeezing the ball. Hook the ball and see if you could rock up a little bit higher. You're going to go into an imprint. You're going to hold here for 8. You're going to hold there for 7. Beautiful. Stay with me. Go 6 for 5. You're going to give me 6 little rocks forwards to finish. Right? You're hugging your ball and you're rocking your chest forwards for 5. Yes, go 4. We go 3 for 2 and 1. Relax it down. Relax it down. Relax it down. Just gently hook those knees into the chest. Give yourself a gentle rock and shift. Take a breath or 2 or 3. And then we place both feet back onto the ground. We're going to come up into a couple of bridges. Let me take these off. Let's take the feet wider than the hips. You're going to walk them out and turn the toes out. If you've got a mat, you're kind of aiming for toes to be just off the mat as a reference point. We're going to open out the knees. So your feet are turned out, your knees are pushing outwards, but your big toe stays anchored. You're going to push down into the feet and we're going to rock the hips all the way up. Now you take the hips as high as you can without creating any strain on the knees. So that's going to be a different height for all of us. And then we're going to slowly relax back down. I'm not going to specify too much on whether you're kind of really rolling and tucking through the spine or going up in more of a neutral. Again, I want you to pick an option that doesn't create any strain in the knees. So for some of us it might feel really good to kind of tuck the tailbone and roll upwards, but for some of us it might create a pulling sensation. So you might want to ease off that a little bit more and more go for dropping the pelvis and lifting the pelvis. So see what works for the body. And we just do a couple of these to open up the front of the hips, front of the thighs, from a bit of activation into the bottom. Collarbones wide. Now on the next one we're going to lift and we're going to stay about halfway. So you stay about a halfway point. Big toes still pushing into the floor and we take a push up of the hips. The hips just push up and hold. They push up and hold. Push up and hold. And again we try and find the big toe on the floor as well here. Push up and hold. Push up and hold. 4 more. You've got 4. We go 3. Go 2. Keep it there. You're going to wrap the knees. So knees wrap open and wrap. So knees wrap open. Again, just try and keep the big toe anchored for now. Go wrap and wrap. 8 more. That's 8. That's 7. Go 6. So for the whole wrapping around the bottom. For 4. For 3. For 2. Stay there. But this time you're going to flex the feet off the floor. So your toes come off. The balls of the feet. Just your heels are digging down. Hips, they are going to go in one piece this time. So we're definitely not rolling even if you did before. Hips are going to go down and press up. Hips are going to go down and press up. Go down, press up. 4 more. Go down, press up. Rib cage is as soft as the body allows. 2 more down, press up. 1 more. Go down. Keep it up. Take little pushes up and up. That's 6. That's 5. Keep the knees pressing out so they're not swinging around. For 3. For 2, hold it there before we wrap the knees. Little wrap opens. We go wrap and wrap. You've just got 6. Go 5. You're nearly there. Go 4. For 3, you're going to take 1 lift, 1 wrap. So we go lift, wrap, hold. Go lift, wrap, hold. Go lift, wrap, hold. 4 more. Go lift, wrap, hold. 3 more. Lift, wrap, hold. 2 more for me. Lift, wrap, hold. Last time, keep the lift, keep the wrap. Hold it there. Wrap the knees as wide as you can. Press the pelvis. That's it. Press the pelvis as high as you can. Stay there for me for 8. For 7. Keep breathing. For 6. Keep wrapping those knees wider. You've got 4. 3. You're going to give me 8 lifts of the hips. Then you come out. Push up 8. Push up 7. Push up 6. You're coming out in 5. That's it. You got it. 4. Go 3. Last 2. And 1. Gently relax down. Take your time, take your time, take your time. Again, take a couple of wiggles and shifts. And then we'll take 1 foot and just bring it over the thigh. Let the knee hang out. You could stay here and just let the hip open. Or you can bring the legs in towards the chest. You can grab hold of the legs. But particularly if this is kind of like the first part of your moving, today, you don't need to go to kind of big extremes, just go to enough to open and relax. Let's do the other side. So just gently taking the foot over the thigh, let the knee hang out. Again, just taking a few moments. Take any variation you did on your first side. And then bring in the legs, both legs in. Take one hand around either knee and let's do some circles. So we're just going to circle the legs open and close. You can kind of let your feet join in a little bit as well, flexing, stretching. And then let's do that in the other direction as well, just finding some mobility in the hip sockets. And then gently let that relax. We're going to turn onto our sides and press upwards. First off, we'll come into a little bit of stuff for the arms. Words. The arms. We're going to create a small triangle. So your legs, whatever's comfortable, doesn't matter so much. Comfortable or practical. Arms, you've got a triangle position. So we're going for quite a small triangle. I think this is an isosceles triangle, I'm going to say. But small triangle, fingertips facing away, palms spread wide. You're going to bend the elbow and we're going to squeeze the elbow into the body, but you're trying to keep the shoulder relaxed. So you're not even bothered about the floor at the minute, and we're going to stretch up. Again, this does not need to feel crazy. If it does, walk your hand a little bit closer to the body. So for now, we can just find the movement. What we're trying to create is a relaxed shoulder. So you're trying not to let it hike up. So everything really is under the armpit. It's like you're squeezing there. Again, if touch is helpful, you can take your hand under the armpit and you're trying to squeeze that and release. We're trying to squeeze and release. If you think you can take a little bit more, you just take the hand a little bit further away, but only if we keep the shoulder relaxed. So for me, this is the priority. If the shoulder starts to lift, we come closer. We're going to go 3 more of these. We're going to go 2 more. On the next one, you're going to stay with the bend. So we find that bend in the elbow. Your elbow's as close to your body as it can allow, and you try and push the elbow forwards towards me slightly. Just take a little bend, little lift, little bend, little lift. Go bend, and again, that shoulder's relaxed, the neck is long. If you need to move your head, if there's tension starting to build, take your eye line in a different direction, see if that helps. You've got 4 here. We go 3, lovely. 2 more for me, little bend and lift. 1 more, go bend. Now push up to lift. We're going to add our spare arm, our non-moving arm now. You're going to bend, reaching the arm over, and then you're going to bring it back in. So we're going to bend, reaching over, and back in. Take the head as well actually today. So let's go bend, look down at your hand, and then take the eye line forwards. And again, bend, look down at the hand, and forward. Beautiful. 3 more, bend, look at the hand, and forwards. Lovely. So you start to find this kind of flow through the body a little bit more. Become a little less rigid or a little less stuck. On the next one, we're going to stay over. So we find the bend, we stay over, and again we take a little bend, little lift, little bend, little lift. 8 more, that's 8. Little lift. 7 more. Those shoulders are relaxed. Beautiful. You've got 5. Little lift. We go for 4. Keep wrapping that elbow towards me. Go for 3. We're going to hold in 2. Hold it there for me just to finish. See if you could take your head over. So it's like you're taking your head up and over, and then you're going to see if you could bend your elbow another inch. Hold it there for me for 6. Hold it there for me for 5. Make sure we're breathing. Find the exhale for 3. That's it. Yes. Go for 2 and 1. Push all the way up. Let's take that arm, just bring it across the body. Take your other arm underneath, pressing down. You can take that into a twist, it often feels quite nice. We are going to take a little more into the arm. We're not focused on the arm anymore, but it has worked, so it will still engage, but it's not going to be too long a set. You're going to come down onto that forearm that we've just been using. You still want the same sensation underneath the armpits. We're trying to keep top of the shoulder relaxed. The legs are going to be stacked, and your knees are slightly in front of the pelvis. As we start the movement, you can adjust as you need to. We're going to push down into the floor. You can use both hands to start off with, coming into a little side plank, so your hips come up, and then we lower down. If you get a lot of tension in the shoulder, for me, I always find it helps to have my arm slightly closer to my pelvis. But do adjust if you need to. So if you need to kind of move the body around a little bit, do so. There are variation options with the leg. You could stretch your top leg. You could also stretch both legs. I'm not going to do that one today, but I'll do one so you can see. But you could do both legs. But you see what kind of feels best for you. We're going to take 3 more of these. It's a short set, pressing up and down. 2 more. We press up and down. Last time we're going to press up and stay up, and we take little lifts of the hips push up and up. Keep thinking about underneath the armpit as well as your waist. You've got 4, you've got 3, you've got 2. We take our arm and place it behind the head. You're going to tap your elbow down towards your fingertips. You might get a nice crack in the spine like me, and then open up. And again, we're going to tap down towards the fingertips and open. You've got 4 more. Really great for the thoracic spine, this. It really gets the upper part of our spine moving. You're going to tap towards the hand and open. 2 more for me. Tapping towards the hand, lovely. And open. 1 more time. Tap towards the hand and open. We finish here. Just stretch the arm over the head. If it's available, your top leg might lift off. Your underneath leg may also be straight. You're going to hold it there for me for 8. Keep lifting up and out of the body. You've got it for 6, for 5. We go 4. We're going to lay onto our sides in 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way down for me. We're going to lay all the way onto the floor. So you can let it relax out. Underneath arm can go long, or it can go underneath the head. You can change it. We're going to come into a clamshell. So the legs stay stacked. Knees are in front of the pelvis, hips are stacked as well. Your feet are about in line with your bum. So if you looked behind you, you'd want your toes kind of poking out. I'm going to give you an option straight away to take the feet off the floor. It is just an option, so don't feel like you need to take it, but you can take the feet off. We open up the top knee, keeping the pelvis stable, and we lower. So we open up the top knee, and we lower. So you could do this with the feet on the floor. Straight away, you want to play around to find a position where you feel most of the action going on in the side back of the bum. It can get achy in the hip, so what I would suggest is you play with different positions. Maybe you need the knees a little bit further forwards, maybe you need the hips rocked forwards a little bit more, maybe you need a slightly longer position or smaller position. Kind of really allow yourself to play around so you can try and activate the back of the bum. Another thing you can think about is as you lift the knee, we imagine both of our sit bones creeping together and then releasing. It is impossible because the bones don't move in the sit bones, but we imagine the sit bones coming together and then releasing. We're going to do 2 more. On the next one, let's keep the knee up and we take little wraps of the knee. So the knee goes up and up and up. So small wraps. Taking a few deep breaths here as well, just making sure we're breathing. We're going to go 4, little combo with 3. We take 1 full range, 2 lifts. So the leg goes down, it opens, it stays there, and you take 2 lifts. It goes down, it opens, and it goes 2 lifts. Now just check in with the pelvis, because we've got that range of motion, the knee going forwards and back. Notice if your hips also rock. If they do, is there anything you could do to keep them still so that they don't shift around? So the movement becomes a little bit more contained. We're really moving the leg within the hip socket. 2 more for me. Last one. We're going to keep the lift, we stay there. Now again, pelvis stays as still as possible. You're just going to unfold the top leg without moving the thigh. And then you're going to bring it back foot to foot. So we stretch. We go foot to foot. We go stretch. We go foot to foot. 2 more, then we're going to add everything together. We stretch, foot to foot. 1 more time for me. Go stretch, foot to foot. Here we go. Everything comes together. So we close the knee. You've got 2 lifts here. So we go lift and lift. We stretch, and then we bring the foot back. So we go close, open, lift, lift, stretch, in. 2 more. Close, open, lift, lift, stretch. It feels like the bum's about to fall off. You're doing it right. Go close, go open, little lift, and lift. Stretch it, keep it stretched. Relax your underneath foot and just take little lifts of that top leg. It goes lift and lift. Now it is going to get a little bit worse than 3, so just prepare yourself. You've got 4, go 3, go 2. Hold it there for me. First option is to come up onto the forearm. We're coming over to the forearm, waistlines lifted. We're going to take this leg, we're going to sweep it forwards as far as you can, and you're going to flex the foot and bring it back. You've got 5 of these. Tap the bum, do what you need, flex it back. It should feel almost impossible for most of us. You're going to take it forwards and back. You've got 2 more for me. We go forwards and back. Last time, we're going to go forwards and we're going to keep it forward. Stay there for me. We're going to tap it down to the floor, so we're going to tap down and lift. We tap and lift. If it's too much, you bend the knee and do the same thing. Tap and lift. 4 more for me. Tap and lift. 3 more. We've got it. We go tap and lift. Lift out of that waist. Long waist. 2 more. Tap and lift. Lovely. Keep the lift to finish. We're nearly there. Crazy moment. Use the hand. Rock your weight forwards and see if you can lift the hips off. Leg could be stretched or bent. If it's crazy, it is crazy. If you're feeling crazy, arm up. Hold it there for me, and we take 8 lifts of the leg before you come down. You've got 7. You've got it. Stay with me. 6. Go 5. You're going to stretch in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Relax it down. Relax it down. Relax it down. Just give the hips a gentle rock. A little bit of a squeeze around the hip and the bum. We will stretch that. Let's just take the leg over. The underneath leg could be straight or bent. It might be enough just to sit here, and that's fine. If you want to twist, you twist, but this might be more than enough for now. Let's take a few deep breaths, breathing in and out. And then let's take our hand around our opposite hand leg just towards the little toe. And you're just going to push the leg forwards. It doesn't need to straighten. You're just going to push it forwards. If it does straighten, feel free to straighten it. But if not, just pushing it away a little bit. Again, any little squeezes you need. And then release that down. Take the legs nice and wide, and we'll just take a couple of big rocks from side to side. And then we head to the second side straight away. So we'll bring the legs around. We start off with our triangle again. So fingertips facing away. We've got quite a small position to start off with. We want to feel that lift in the waist. We go for that bend of the elbow into the body, and we stretch. And as mentioned before, the legs can do what they want. They might feel a little more achy this time. But again, we really want to think about relaxing the shoulder. So as we bend, we've got to make sure the shoulder is not going up. So find that bend. In fact, take your hand to the elbow. Make sure it's the elbow bending into the body and straightening. And again, elbow bending into the body and straightening. Keep going for me. Sometimes it's very interesting with the elbows because sometimes we think the elbow is bending, but it's not. I think it's something to do with our awareness of like bends in the body. So sometimes we might need a bit of extra touch or feedback, that's the word, to sense it. We're going to do 4 more of these and stretch. 3 more, bend and stretch. 2 more, bend and stretch. On the next one, you're going to keep the bend, and then we have a little bend, a little lift, a little bend, a little lift. And there's a feeling of the elbow pressing forwards towards me slightly. Shoulders are open. If you need to adjust your eye line, do so. If there's tension in the neck, sometimes moving the head into a slightly different direction can be helpful. We've just got 5. Keep it small. 4. Beautiful. 3. Wide collarbones. 2. We're going to add the arm on the next one, so we stretch all the way up. Arm, over, and in. And we can take the eye line with us again, so your head can find some movement, doesn't need to feel static. And in. We go bend, and in. And then just that reminder to breathe, 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 as we can forget a lot. Let's go 3 more. 2 more. On the next one, we're going to stay bent over. We stay here and we take a little bend, little lift, little bend, little lift. Lovely. The shoulders relaxed, the collarbones wide. We are breathing freely. We've got 4 more. We go 3 to the hold,
We go 2 to a hold. On the next one, keep the bend for me. We're going to take the head up and over, like you're taking the head over. Yes, hold it there for 5. Hold it there for 4. Squeeze the elbow into the body. Wrap it forwards for 2. And 1. Let's push all the way up. Take the arm, bring it across, little press down. Okay, maybe we want to go into a twist. And then coming back through to centre, shake it out a little bit. We've got that side plank coming up, so forearm down. Knees slightly further forwards than your pelvis. You can start with the legs stacked. As I mentioned, for me, I prefer my arm to be a bit closer to my pelvis, but see what works for you. We're going to use both hands, squeezing underneath the armpit to just start us off. We're finding that lift of the pelvis, and then we're coming back down. And again, we're finding that lift of the pelvis, and back down. After you've done a few, you can start to play around. So maybe you want to stretch that top leg. Maybe you want both legs stretched out. Maybe we use that hand and bring it off the floor. Again, just keep playing around. It is natural to get a lot of sensation in the shoulder here. Do move the head as we need to. Keep thinking about that squeeze underneath the armpit, so there's all the underneath part of the carriage activated. You've got 4 more of these. Exhale, 3 more. 2 more here. Remember, you can also move the head as well if tension builds. On the next one, we go up, we stay up, we take lifts at the hips. Hips push up and up. Start to release the hand if we can. You've just got 4, go 3, go 2. We've got 6 of those taps. The hand comes back behind the head. We tap the elbow down towards the fingertips. And we open out. 5 more for me. Tap down towards the fingertips and open. Your legs can be in whatever position they find them. So remember, they can be stretched out, your top leg or both. You've got 3 more. Lovely opening. Yes, tapping down, opening, feeling that expansiveness. 2 more. We go down and we open. Last time, tap the elbow down. Now this time we stay open to finish. We unfold that top arm over the head, keeping that shoulder relaxed. You maybe stretch that top leg. You maybe lift it wherever you are. You're going to hold there for 6. Keep pressing that pelvis up. You've got 5. Then we relax. Yes, we relax down onto the floor in 3. Into, exhale. And 1. Slowly relaxing down. Letting the body slide into the ground. Hand can come behind the head, or it can lay out to the side. You've got your feet stacked, your knees stacked, your hips stacked, pelvis rock forward slightly, your toes poking up just behind you, and the option is to take the feet off the floor straight away. We open that top knee, and we close it. Okay, keeping the pelvis as still as possible. And all of your focus is your inside thigh and the side of your bum. Even if other things are engaging, send all of your focus to the inside thigh and the side of the bum, and you make adjustments that you need to try and encourage that to activate a little bit more. For me, touch always helps, so finding a little bit of pushing on the side of my bum as I open helps me. You can also relax the legs onto the floor again, if that's helpful. But just enjoying that full range and the waist staying long. So the waist is gently active in the background. We're not letting it collapse completely even though we're on the floor. And close. 3 more of these for me. We open and we close. 2 more. On the next one it goes open and it stays open, and we take little lifts here. So we go lift, little lifts, and lift. Go lift, little lifts, and lift. Go lift, that's it, you've got 4, go 3. We take 1 full range, 2 lifts. So the leg closes, it opens, it stays there and goes lift and lift. And again, it closes, it opens, it goes lift and lift. So now we're adding extra movements. We think about trying to keep the hips stable here. So we isolate the leg. If that means you do less movement with the legs, so be it. So the movement can be smaller, but the focus is really on keeping that pelvis relatively still. We've got 2 more, then we go for our extensions. On the next one, let's keep that leg lifted. Thigh stays still. We just unfold from the kneecap. You stretch it out, and then you go foot to foot. You've got 5 more. Stretch it out. If you need to give the bum a little tap or squeeze, do so, and we stretch it out. Feeling that extension of the hamstring and the drawing of your thigh up the leg, like you're drawing the kneecap up. And again, take a little stretch. and in. Just one more for me, then we add everything together, we stretch. And in, here we go, everything together, one full range. So we go close, we've got 2 lifts at the top, we go lift and lift, we unfold, and then we go foot to foot. We close, we open, 2 lifts, go lift and lift, stretch, and in. Again for me, we go close, open, we lift, we stretch, and in. You've got 3 more, you go close, open, little lift and lift, you stretch, and in. 2 more, here we go, close, open, you lift, we stretch, bring it in, last time, we close, we open, we go stretch, little lift, keep it there for me, just continue to lift that top leg, relax the underneath leg. Yes, squeeze, tap, move when you need to. We're going to push down into the hand, come onto that forearm if you took it on the first side. Waistline's lifted, you've just got 4. We go 3, here we go, 2, take a breath, breathe, breathe, breathe. Sweep the leg forwards as far as you can, flex the foot, bring it back. You've got 5 more of these. Should get quite intense, so do kind of do anything you need to just ease it off. Keep that waistline lifted for me, so really lift up and out of the body. Keep breathing, use the exhale. Natural thing would be to hold the breath for most of us, but try and let the breath out. One more time for me. On the next one, the leg stays forwards, we tap it down to the floor, we go tap and we lift. We take a tap and lift. 3 more, tap and lift. Remember that knee could be bent just to ease it off a little bit. Go tap and lift. Last time, breathe, breathe, breathe. Keep the lift, here we go. We push the body forward, see if we could lift the hips off the ground. Maybe the arm stretches, hold it there, the top leg is bent or straight. You've got 6 lifts, then you're out. We've got it, we've got 6. Stay with it, go 5, last push, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax, relax, relax. Take a moment. Squeeze, wiggle, cry, I don't know, whatever we need. When you're ready, we'll slowly stretch out that second side. So again, leg, steps over. Take a moment. You can stay facing forwards, you can twist, you can bend the underneath leg, do what you need, what works for your body. Take a few breaths again here. Dropping the hips towards the ground, so the pelvis is as relaxed as possible. And then we take the opposite hand towards the little toe, opposite hand to leg. Start to press the leg forwards, maybe it's straight, maybe it's bent. Pushing the chest forwards wherever you are. And then just relaxing the leg again. Let's take the legs nice and wide and just find some gentle rocks and twists. And then we're going to bring the legs around, both feet are in the floor. And we're going to take some tricep dips. You're going to take your fingertips towards the heels, palms are pressing wide. We're going to push into the arms to open the chest and take a deep breath in. Exhale, stay here for 2 more breaths for me. Really try and push the chest bone up towards the ceiling so your collarbone's really wide and lovely. Exhale, one more time, breathing in. Exhale, we're then going to start to bend the elbows. You want to take the elbows as close to the floor as possible. If they go all the way down to the ground, amazing, and then you're going to push all the way back up. So you can adjust where your arms are. You might need them a little bit closer to your hips. You might need the fingertips turned out. But you're going to bend and try and get your elbows to get as close to the floor as possible, maybe tapping down and pushing back up. Collarbones stay wide. We go down, collarbones wide, neck long. Try and keep the head relaxed. Move it when you need to, and up. You've got 3 more of these, just kind of going at your own pace, doesn't need to be super quick, and up. 2 more, we're going down, and up. Just one more time for me, going down, and up. On this next one, you're going to just bend halfway with the arm, so we stay halfway, and we take a little bend, little lift, little bend, beautiful focus, little lift. We go bend, little lift, 4 more, you've got 4, collarbones wide, you go 3, keep the breath flowing, we go 2, we come back into full range, so you're going to push the arms all the way up to straighten, and then we just go halfway this time, so you bend halfway. We take the arms up to straighten, and we go halfway. You've got 4 more. Arms straighten, and they go halfway. 3 more. Are we still exhaling? Halfway. 2 more. Go up. Halfway. 1 more. Go up. Halfway. Now we don't come any higher than halfway this time. We go down halfway. We go down halfway. 4 more for me. Go down halfway. 3 more. Go down halfway. 2 more. We're nearly there. Down halfway. Last time, go down. Now keep it halfway. Stay there. You're going to push into both feet, and then you're going to rock your hips forward and see if you can lift the hips just off the floor. Stay there for me. For 8. For 7. You've got it. Yes. For 6. Go 5. For 4. Give me 8 little bends of the elbows, then you come out. We've got it. We've got it. We've got it. Let's get straight back in. Find that little lift of the hips. We've got 8. We've got 7. You've got 6. You're out in 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Relax, relax. Let's interlace the fingertips. Just take a push forwards of the palms, a wiggle and sway. Just releasing the arms. Take the right hand, bring it behind the back of the body. Take hold of the elbow. You can stay here or take a side stretch if you like. And then releasing the arms, just give them a little bit of a wiggle. We'll do the same with the other side, so just taking it up and over. Find the elbow, open chest. And then just releasing the arms. We're going to finish off by rolling back down onto the ground. So just slowly coming down, take your time, take your time. We're going to take the hands behind the back of the head, the elbows are wide. I want you to think long spine, so it's like you're taking your head and you're pulling it out of your body. You're going to come into a gentle crunch upwards. So we stretch the spine to come up, lifting the chest off slightly, and we lower down. Keep it quite gentle to begin with. We go up to lift, and we lower. And your spine, you're either looking for a neutral, so a little bit of space in the lower back, or an imprint. For today, just choose the option that feels most I wanted to say stable and comfortable at the same time. So stable and comfortable rather than me making up a word that encompasses both. But yeah, something that feels supportive for that space in the body. We've got 4 more of these, drawing up and down. Using the exhale, keeping the space between the chin and your chest. On your next one, we're going to keep the lift and we're going to stay there. We're going to take a little rock up and hold. Little rock up and hold. So it's like you're sliding your rib cage down in front of the body. Little rock up and hold. 4 more, that's 4. Exhale, go 3. Exhale, go 2. Now keep the lift for me. Take your right leg and just bring it up into a tabletop position. Take an inhale. You're going to lower the leg, lower the chest, so everything comes back down, just like you're walking through the feet. You're going to take the second leg up, so left leg, chest comes up, left leg comes up, and we lower. You're going to do 4 more of these, just walking through. So we go up, and we lower. 3 more for me. Go up, and lower. 2 more. Here we go. Up, and lower. 1 more time. Go up. This time stay up, and you're going to take little lifts of the chest and little rocks in of the knee. So the knees come into the chest is coming to the knee. For 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, hold it there for me, take an inhale, just stretch the leg away. Exhale, take it a little bit lower, hold it there for 5, hold it there for 4, for 3, for 2. Gently place the foot back into the floor, relax the chest down. Just a little rock through those knees for a moment, inhale. Exhale, let the legs settle again, coming straight into that second side. We rock the chest up, we lift the knee up, and we take little rocks in. Knee to chest, chest to knee. You go rock. Little rocks, that's it. For 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Stay there for me, take an inhale. Exhale, keep the chest up, stretch the leg. See if we can take the leg a little bit lower. You're going to hold it there for 5, hold it there for 4, keep that chest up for 3, for 2. Pop the foot down gently, relax the chest, take an inhale, little rock of the knees from side to side. Exhale, bring one knee all the way into the chest for a minute, bring the second knee into the chest, just give yourself a rock here, just as we finish. You're going to take those legs into your tabletop, so you're going to go for more of an imprint in the spine potentially now. Legs are just going to come into that tabletop. We take a deep breath in. We exhale, we rock that chest off the floor. From here, you're coming straight into your bicycle. So you're just going to start to stretch one leg away and then the other. When you're ready, you add a twist. So you think twisting towards the opposite knee. You go twist and twist. Now you're going to give me 3 twists and you hold on the third one. So that's 3, that's 2. You hold this third one, hold it there. And again, we go twist, we twist and hold. Lovely. And again, go twist, twist and hold. One more, twist, twist and hold. Little bit quicker now. So we're going to go change, hold. Change, that's the tempo. Let's go. Change, hold. Change, hold. 2 more. Change, hold. Change. Now you're just going to do 10 changes without stopping. So we go change. Let's go. We've just got 8. Let's go for 7. First 6, keep going. Let's go. Back in. You've got 5. You've got 4. That's it. You've got 3. You've got 2 just to finish. Take both legs to center. Just 6 counts. Here we go. Rock the chest up. Stretch those legs away. Hold it there for 5. Could you reach the fingertips towards the toes? Could you lift a bit higher for 4? Yes. Go for 3. Give me 6 reaches to the toes. Then it's over. You've got it. Back in. Let's go. Legs up. Reach those fingertips. You've got 6. Go 5. Go 4. For 3. Last 2. And 1. Relax down. Relax. Beautiful. Let's let those legs rock a few times. Let's just cross the right leg over the left leg, so just crossing it over. Cross it completely over like we're sitting cross-legged and take the arms out to the side. And then you just let both legs fall to one side. So you come into a little... See if you can take your eye line in the opposite direction. It might feel like too much, so if not, just bring it back. And then let's slowly come back through to centre. Swap legs. Give yourself a little wiggle in the middle first if you need it. And then when you're ready, cross over to the second side. Let the legs fall slowly. You can take your eyeliner away if you want to. If it feels too much, keep it straight up. And then very slowly, let's come back through to centre. Release the legs. Take a little wiggle again. We're going to take both feet up. I'm going to give you some different options. You can take the soles of your feet together and your knees out, and you kind of wrap your hands around the feet and you try and let your knees hang out. You can also take your hands onto the insides of the feet towards the instep, and it's just like you're trying to pull your knees towards the floor. And just take a few breaths here. And then bringing those knees, and we take one hand to either knee again. We do those rocks, just circling. Changing directions. And then slowly bringing those legs in, hands behind the back of your thighs, behind those hamstrings. And we take a couple of rocks forwards and back. Ooh. And then finding ourselves all the way up in a seated position. Let's just switch the legs around just to face forwards for a moment, any position with the legs. We'll reach one arm all the way up and over, just finding a little bit of a side stretch here. Take an inhale, exhale, one more deep breath in, and then we circle the body through to the middle. Once you're in the middle, roll yourself up. And then you come into the second side. So we go up and over, a little side reach, 2 breaths here. Breathing in. Exhale out. Breathing in. Exhale out. Circle the body through to centre. One more time either side, rolling up. The arm comes up and over. We breathe in. Exhale out. One more time, breathing in. Exhale out. Circle through to centre. Last one, coming up and over. Breathing in. Exhale out. Breathing in. Exhale out. Slowly circling through centre. This time as we roll up through the spine, let's reach both arms up. Reaching, 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 reaching. At the top, just hold it for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Reach a little bit higher. Exhale. One more deep breath in here. Reaching up. And then as we exhale, just let the arms relax. Back down into the back. That is some moving, some shifting. My hair's now gone all stuck and flat for today.